So, Mr. Jindal, let me come to you. The, I personally find it a bit hard to read the economy at the moment. The headline growth numbers, as I said, indeed very, very impressive. Even the ADBS yesterday said 7.2% growth. As a head of a large diversified conglomerate, are you feeling that level of economic activity?
You want honest opinion?
100%, always.
No, I'm not feeling that that the economy is really growing at 7.2 or 8% in the last quarter. So I'm not feeling that. But having said that, India still is the brightest spot in the world, and the best chance that we have is India. But just to answer Uday's point that why Indian industry is not export competitive or why we are not exporting. So I must say that we have, as an industry, I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about the whole country, but I would say that this can be generalized. That we have, first of all, we are trying to meet our own demand in India. We are not yet there to meet our own demand. We have many industries where we are still import dependent, and but in many areas we are also very competitive globally. If you look at the auto components, we are very large exporter of auto components. We are very efficient industry. But there are many other factors where Indian industry is not yet very competitive because of our cost of logistics, our cost of finance, and there are many factors which pushes us down to become globally competitive. So yeah, that's my take, Uday, on why we are not able to export. But what Sunil said, that the way Airtel is going global, I'm sure there are many companies in India are looking to go global and make a mark for themselves.
What about private capex? Uday said very emphatically, as indeed I've now heard from several policymakers as well, that Indian industry needs to do more, become more competitive, invest in R&D. And the other thing that policymakers are both in Bombay as well as in Delhi are asking of the industry is more private capex. It is certainly happening in several sectors. You are certainly investing. Many top houses are certainly investing. But as a whole, and as a percentage of GDP, it has come down and it's not picking up. What do you think is the reason for that?
You're putting all the difficult questions to me.
Yes.
So the private capital, why it's not forming or coming into India or into the industry, why industry is not spending, is that we have this mindset in our bureaucracy, in our whole system, where they tend to hate if we make money. If the industry makes too much money, then there is always a question mark, and then they try to create issues that we should not be making that much money. But they don't understand that what that does is that we are actually, industry is only going to grow the industry and make it more competitive. But the whole concept is we are still having that mindset of the socialist-era, where we tend to feel that the industry must not make too much money. So that's why the private capital or private industry is not really taking that risk anymore. And secondly, the era of bankruptcy that happened over the last 10-15 years, where the IBC code came in. Today, the new entrepreneurs are not willing to take that kind of risk, what we took when I was growing up, when I took that risk. Today, nobody will take that risk. So the laws and all, maybe we become a mature economy, but the fact is that today, the industry will not take that kind of a leap to take that risk.
When you were young, you went to a banker and said, I want to build a plant that rivals Tata Steel. Can you relate that story for our audience?
No. So I was always, as a kid, I always dreamt of building a steel plant. And when the opportunity came, when 91 when Narasimha Rao's government liberalized the steel industry and we were allowed to build integrated steel plants. So it was my real desire to build one, and I went to Mr. Wagul. He was then the chairman of ICICI, and I told him that I want to build an integrated steel plant. He told me that, and the size of the plant was equal to what Tata Steel was at that time. And he said that, son, you know, you are trying to build something which has taken 90 years at that time, 90 years for Tata Steel. I said, yeah, but where is the demand, where is the market, he asked me. I said, if any amount of steel will sell, it will be Jindal Steel. So that time I called myself. So I was always like that, said, it will be my steel and not any other steel that will sell. So don't worry about the market. And the rest is history.